Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Bienvenue à Brown Neck High School dans le studio.
Welcome to Brown Neck High School, home of the brooms.
Ce soir, les Brown Neck Skill Day arrogante. De présenter ici date de Mark Twain et plagiarized par the Ovid Evans.
Tonight, the Brown Neck Dramatic Guild is proud to present Is He Dead by Mark Twain and adapted by David Ives.
En ce moment, nous vous demandons silence. Tous les ring-ding. Oh, salut? Non.
At this moment, we ask you to silence all cell phones and electronics.
No, clicky, click, click. De photographie ou les TikTok.
We also ask you to not take any photos or videos of this performance.
Nous demandons que tous les chop et glou in the lobby.
Food and beverages must remain in the lobby.
Discover the closet poo-poo in the lobby.
Restrooms may be found in the lobby.
Don't act two, preparing for kaboom.
In Act 2, there are some really loud noises, so if you are sensitive to that kind of stuff, here's your warning.
Dans une catastrophe. Relève le portal de A.
In the event of an emergency, please locate the exits nearest to you.
Nous vous invitons à vous le spectacle.
We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight, come out tonight.
Buffalo girls, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon?
Miette, are you home? Francois, are you painting? Hello? Not here. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon?
My God, Chicago, I don't know how you can be singing right now.
Cheer up, Dutchie, cheer up. The worst is yet to come.
Yeah, you play your banjo. When Jean-Francois Miette could be ruined today.
I've been ruined my whole life, Dutchie. Never hurt me one bit. We just got to use the old pumpkin is all.
Marie, bring me my shawl, please. I'm feeling chilly.
It's right here, Papa.
Monsieur LaRue,
Francois isn't home, Mr. Buckner?
he must be out trying to peddle some paintings. I sure hope he makes it back before Andre.
Well, I wish Monsieur Andre would just get here and let us know the worst. Cecile might kill him.
Yes, Papa.
When is Andre due?
By the noon train from Paris.
If it's to collect money, he'll be here before the train.
You know Boston Andre?
Well, I should think I do.
Don't tell me you're also in his grip.
Like every other artist in Barbizon. Dutchie here too. But Miette got in up to the chin. If he hadn't, we pupils of his would have starved this year. We worshippers that swim in his light and warmth. We lesser planets that swing like satellites around his golden sun.
Planets don't starve. They don't eat money.
Don't interrupt, Dutchie. Astronomical opinions based on sauerkraut are no good.
Not Chicago. Don't care for that. Only poetry.
With women, he doesn't care for poetry either.
Fair Cecile, sweetest of the sweet, dearest of the dear.
Not in front of everyone, Agamemnon.
You always get like that when I try to kiss you in public.
No, I don't. I mean, you don't.
Don't what?
Kiss me in public.
Well, is that any of my fault?
I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. It's a crime, Agamemnon. That's what it is.
Dutchie, if I was a woman, I bet I'd understand that.
If you were a man, you wouldn't have to.
Marie, my smelling salts, please.
Oh, you don't want to sit there? The chimney sweep fell asleep there. There you go. How much do you owe Andre?
Enough to beggar me if you 15,000 francs.
Oh, schnitzel.
15,000?
It was wrong. It was foolish, but I had nowhere else to go, and Monsieur Andre was so soft-spoken and smooth, he promised he would never press me. Now he's good as threats to take all my property. Well, I wish he would just show some heart this time.
He doesn't have one. Carries around a donut where it ought to be. A petrified one.
That's the truth.
Any picture dealer's hard-hearted enough. But to add usury, might as well cross a grizzly bear with a shark. What's Andre being so sudden about all at once?
Marie has refused him. Again.
I don't love him, you see.
Oh, is that all? It's probably why he particularly likes you.
I will challenge Andre to a duel, and I will stab this right through him!
They don't use swords in France, you pretzel. They fight with hairpins at 30 yards.
Oh, Lord. 15,000 francs.
Oh, cheer up, cheer up. The worst is yet to come.
Oh, be quiet, Agamemnon. Goodness knows there's nothing to be cheerful
Oh,
about.
come. Nobody is going to starve.
Cecile, do let Mr. Buckner be cheerful if he can. I'm sure it does me good.
Und here's Jean-Francois Millet.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Francois, you've been so long.
I'm glad it seemed long to you, sweetheart. I was trying to raise some money with these. Hello, Monsieur Leroux.
My boy.
Cecile. How are you, lads? Well, you needn't tell me.
You sold nothing?
Nothing. Not this. Not this. Not this. One man said they were too melancholy. Another said they were brutal and frightening. As if the lives of those people weren't brutal. I am only trying to say as best I can about the common man what I myself have seen with my own eyes. If my works aren't cheerful, it is never the cheerful side of things that appears to me. I don't know where to look for it. I have never seen it.
I think they're glorious.
Then you may have them. They'll feed your stove as well as mine. I would have tried to sell the new one, but it's not quite finished. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. I think I have it.
Oh my gosh.
Shh! Be quiet, everyone.
The Meister is at work.
There! At last. It's finished. It's probably just one more folly. What do you think? I call it the Angelus.
Jumpin' Jehovah! That's what you ought to call it. Jumpin' Jehovah.
Francois, it's your greatest yet. It's a masterpiece.
I hope not. It'll never sell. Drat this world of purblind buyers and beggared artists.
That must be Andre.
The wolf is at the door.
Oh, good morning, sir.
Monsieur Andre.
I desire the private interview.
That's not necessary. These are friends.
Please, let them be no hindrance.
Mademoiselle Leroux, you dare to go this meeting in the house of my rival.
Yes, monsieur, I do dare.
I suppose you know what I've done for her.
Monsieur Andre, I hope you've come with more than threats and unpleasantness.
Ah, yeah. My rival, did I say? My debtor is more exact. You owe me 2,500 francs
Sir,
In what way?
haven't you borrowed them of me?
No, sir, I took them on account.
On account of what?
On account of the year's pictures. And I hold you to our contract. Our agreement says you may take any picture at the value of 100 francs. Here are scores of pictures. Choose any 25 and call the account square.
Our agreement states that I may take such pictures as I like. I like none, so I take none.
The new one has some merit. The Andalus alone is worth 2,500 francs.
What? That incompetent hash? Pay me by 6 o'clock tomorrow, or I will have you jailed.
You wouldn't dare!
Yes, mademoiselle, I do dare. Months ago, this fellow came between me and Marie, and I shall make him feel sorry for it. I'll run him to an early grave. He's painted some good pictures. The new one is almost great. But tomorrow, I'll drop on him, and there'll be an auction, and I'll buy all his pictures for a song, and burn them! Marie, your time is up tomorrow as well. 15,000 francs are due. Will you pay or must I take action?
Monsieur Andre, I know that you'll give me time, just as you promised.
Do not complicate the matter with imaginary promises.
Imaginary.
Why, you ass! Cat!
Brava, Cecile.
Well, really. You know, there is a very simple alternative. The moment Marie marries me, your debt is paid.
Answer him, child.
No, Father, no. You will spare me that.
There, I know where your heart is.
Oh, Father, I cannot bear it. How can I make a beggar of you?
Answer me this one question. Do you love this man?
No.
Then one more. Do you love Francois Millet?
Oh, yes.
Enough to endure poverty and hardship for his sake?
Oh, hunger, thirst, cold, everything.
Well, then you have your answer, monsieur, even though it ruined me.
That's splendid! That's mighty splendid! Shake! Then you shall have my answer, you fool!
You're forgetting yourself, monsieur. Take that back.
Yes, Millet. You have a dose of courage and a sweetheart now. But tomorrow you'll have a hunger and a raging good appetite. I'll ruin you, do you understand? Ruin you! The ruin! What will it be? The money or Marie?
Please let my family alone. My sister has answered you. Now go.
It doesn't become you to ride a high horse with me, or any of you, puppers. Everything that you have was mine. Drink it all too well. If it wasn't for me, there would be nothing left to it.
You'd better go now, before you get too excited.
Yeah, run along to mother.
Allow me.
Pay me by 6 o'clock tomorrow. Get the money in the meantime. If you can.
I'm so sorry, Papa. I'm so sorry.
There, forget all about it.
Cheer up. The worst is, I thought I might save you somehow. All of you dear people, the dearest people in the world to me. Well, it's no matter now. Drat, low-down thief!
Don't give up, Francois. Don't give up.
I have spoiled your life, dear. That's the hardest.
No, you have blessed it. I wish I could help you. I would die for you.
I believe it. Maybe I should die for her. Maybe I should rid the world of Jean-Francois Millet and let some fellow with the gift of success love her and make her happy.
Oh, I'm so sorry, lad. If only there was something I could do. He's ruined me too.
Bless you for a good heart, sir.
Francois, we just met that skinflint who told us all. We came straight to carry you off and to comfort you. Dear Marie, you poor child. You poor child.
It's been a very hard day for us. I don't see how anyone could be so unfair.
Dear me, child, when you come to know the world better,
It's the skinflints that run it.
they always have.
Madame Bathilde, Madame Caron, you're being awfully kind. I owe you several months' rent.
Oh, tush.
Here's February, March, April. This one's not quite finished. Half of May. I know they're worth nothing.
We shall treasure them.
Along with all the others.
Dear Monsieur Leroux, come along now.
We've a bite waiting.
You'll feel the better for it.
Come while it's hot.
Oh, everybody!
Everybody.
Don't you be troubled, Marie. We all got to have these little ups and downs.
It's good of you to say so, Hans. You're always good. Are you coming, Francois?
I'll be there shortly, darling. I need to brood a while.
Don't brood too long.
Marie, bring my hot water bottle, please.
Tell me, lads, how can I paint this and still be starving? It's the Koh-i-Noor diamond of the whole collection. Just look at the noble simplicity of it. No fuss, no feathers, no tricks of color, no theatricals. Just that solemn half light and those brooding distances for the chimes to wander through. And those two humble figures, so poor on the outside, so rich on the inside with the peace of God in their hearts.
When I look that picture, I go way off yonder, I hear the church bells so fine,
Ding,
so faint,
ding,
so sweet.
dong.
It bring me home and it break mine heart.
You've hit it, Dutchie. That picture makes everybody feel like home. That's the grand test, isn't it? Great art, supreme art, has no nationality.
And that picture lift me right up to heaven.
It's going to make a strike today, too. You'll see. I put the word out to every foreigner in the Paris hotel registers, and they'll be flocking down here presently.
They're splendid good pictures, but you can't sell them. No more than brickbats.
Millet, I'll bet you 100 francs you're a celebrated man inside of a year. I can't take your money, Dutchie.
I don't want to bet against that. I want it to happen.
That's the way to make it happen.
Chicago, you're right. Always when I bet against something, she win every time. Only I don't have 100 francs.
Well, I've only got 10 centimes myself.
Even the Bank of England is down to 34 million pounds.
We're as good as the Bank of England. I'll bet you 34 million pounds.
Now that's what I call a wager. Shake.
And here comes O'Shaughnessy to help us peddle some canvas. Well, begosh and begad if it ain't feeling O'Shaughnessy.
'Tis I indeed, and top of the day to you lads. Chicago, we passed up them flyers all over Paris. We'll be having a couple thousand folks stampeding here any minute, and every one of them with coin in their trousers.
Excellent. Now, fasten on to them, boys. Don't let anybody get away without buying a picture.
And if they're not buying, I'll tell them to go to hell!
That's the spirit. Hans von Bismarck,
You all mind, Capitan?
you control the crowds. Feeling O'Shaughnessy?
Right here, sir.
You beguile the ladies.
It's me trade.
When this show is over, we'll be flush and out of trouble. There's our stampede. Entree.
Hello. I beg your pardon. Is this the studio of John Franklin Millet?
Jean-Francois Millet.
Oh, John Franklin Millet, that's right.
He ain't exactly the largest stampede I ever seen.
He's all the stampede we've got. Now work him, lads. Everything is for sale here. Take your time.
Dear me, that one looks good.
That one,
That
yes,
one is
yes,
my
yes.
favorite.
Hills.
I wish I knew something about pictures. Oh, that one there is interesting.
Almost
Got
as
a
good
few
as
lines on it,
my
ain't
lasagna.
It looks
Two
like
lines on it.
egg yolk.
Oh, and that one there.
Got boots,
That
ain't
one,
it?
yeah, blue
Chicago.
pants, yeah.
You like this one? It's yours, my friend, for only 300 francs.
300 francs.
Indeed, your ladyship. It's worth double of it, on me honor.
Well, it seems so, but I am no judge.
Boy, just look at the grace of it, the charm of it, the size of it. You'll not get anything like it for money this side of the grave.
The thing is, I just don't know.
Well, then you can go to hell!
Dear me. That looks good. That looks quite good. That is very good.
Well, it ought to be good. It's only a masterpiece.
At the price, I'm thinking of buying the dingus myself.
What is the price?
2,500 francs.
Oh, schnitzel.
Yes. I've a mind to take it. It grows on me. It grows on me. And it is quite large, after all.
Buy a book, I always say.
You know, I just might. Yes, I just might. Take a chance.
Take a grip on yourself, lads. 2,500 francs.
But tell me, this Mr. Millet.
Millet.
This Mr. Millet, is he dead?
I beg your pardon.
Is he dead? You see, a painter has so much more talent when he's dead. Oh, indeed, the deader he is, the better he is. Just look at this Rembrandt fellow. He must have been good in his day. Since he's died, he's incomparable, worth millions.
Excuse me, sir. I am Millet.
I do beg your pardon. I'm sorry to meet you, in a sense. The problem is, I couldn't possibly buy any work from a painter who hadn't passed on. A problem of value.
The problem is that you can go to hell! You can't deal with a man unless he's dead. What are you, an undertaker?
I'm sorry to inform you that I am very much alive, but at the first sign of debility, I'll certainly let you know.
My regrets, Mr. Millet.
Millet.
Good day, gentlemen.
Let us know when you are dead, but in the meantime, you really can go to hell!
could beguile the ladies, but there was no ladies to beguile.
We've just got to use the old pumpkin is all.
What a cruel world it is. When it have a great master, it don't know it and it let him starve. And when he is dead, then he is recognized. Then comes the riches. But what can you do with these riches? Being dead.
At least you're free of the curse of being nobody, of disguising your secret sorrow, of having nothing to eat and dying by inches of hunger. I was so hopeful once. All these years I've done what a man might do. I've worked hard and faithfully to no avail. I'm hardly a man anymore. I'm just the bits and pieces of one. Well, boys, maybe it's best if I just leave you. You don't mean. Yes, it's kismet. It is written. Say goodbye to me one last time and go. I know the road I have to take.
Well, Frank, you're not taking off alone for the great beyond. If you're dying, then I'm dying too.
And me too.
All for one and one for you know who.
Good men. Who's got a cigar? One last cigar and we'll do it.
Not me.
I'm allowed.
Listen, maestro. You can't just kill yourself. The minute you do, you'll be acclaimed a genius, and you'll make $1 million, and you'll miss all the fun. You'll just... Wait a minute. We're saved, boys, we're saved.
I always know Chicago is crazy. Now he really is crazy.
I think he's having an idea.
Idea? There never was anything so good. Only it wasn't my idea. It was Dutchie's. You said it yourself. When the world has a great master, it lets him starve. And when he is dead, then comes the riches. All right? Why not do it? Die and be recognized, but fake the dying part and go straight to the riches. What do you mean, die? Well, one of us must seem to die, change his name and disappear to save the rest, and we all collect. And since he really is a genius, I nominate Jean-Francois Millet. No.
That's splendid! You're splendid! Shake!
But Chicago,
Do you want to pay off Papa LaRue's debt and see Marie happy?
I can't marry Marie if I'm dead.
You can't marry her if you're alive either. You've been feeding her pictures for a year. If you get recognized, you've made Marie one of the richest women in France.
Can I tell her, at least?
She'll give away the whole blessed thing. But listen, before you vanish, you'll have to get sick. You'll have to come down with something really exotic. You'll have to languish for a couple of months and drive up your prices. But what sort of a sickness should you contract? It has to be something tragic. Something the papers will really gobble up. Something artistic.
I have the perfect disease!
Joyceland, it's brilliant! Listen to this.
it's a master stroke.
No! Yes! I'll ventilate your approaching demise to the newspapers, and by morning, buyers will be breaking down your door. Congratulations, old man. You're about to kick it off the mortal coil and strike rich. For he was a jolly good fellow.
He
was a jolly good fellow. He was a jolly good fellow. You mean I'm to spend the rest of my born life in that room? Oh, we'll give you a disguise so you can come out and breathe from time to time. What kind of disguise? A disguise so thick no one could ever penetrate it.
I know, a pastry cook.
No, pastry's not thick enough.
A chimney sweep!
That's thick, but it'll blacken the pictures. I've got it. A widow. A what? What's thicker than a widow? You can be your very own sister coming from out of town. A widow from Provence. I'm not the kind of man who's made to be a widow. Maybe being a widow will liven you up a bit. Couldn't I be a male cousin? A dentist from Toulouse? Why does it matter who you are? What's it to you? That's it. You're the widow to you. The widow to you. For he's a jolly good widow. For he's a jolly good widow. For he's a jolly good widow. Friends, here's to the sacred memory of him who was always our comfort, our stay, and our refuge in times of distress. Him who was the best teacher and friend that man ever had in this world. The late Jean-Francois Millet, who sleeps in peace. God rest his soul. And to the widow to you. The widow to you. For she's a jolly good fellow. For she's a jolly good fellow.
Well, Chicago, which one's else?
Seems to me we better sell that one and that one.
All right, sold and sold.
That's better. Seems to me we better sell that one there too.
Sold.
After we sell the others, we'll sell these. There's nothing like a sold sign to get a buyer's blood going.
I was in Paris this morning. People are talking already.
That's good. What do they say?
Merely that Jean-Francois Millet, one day sick, is the greatest painter since Michelangelo. Several of them made out that they regarded Millet as their rising great master for years. Asked if he was as ill as the papers said. And when I said he couldn't possibly live many weeks, he said his death is going to be an awful blow to France.
Splendid!
And not one man would let on that he was hearing Millet's name for the first time.
Now that's what I call the power of human nature.
No, that's what I call the power of the press. I got Millet worked into the Paris correspondence of the London Times.
The London Times! It'll wake up the whole world!
Maybe it'll wake up the French anyway. Headline: Immortal Gallic genius die in slow and miserable death.
But if he is immortal, how can he die any dead?
This is no time for German paradox, you sausage. Quote: Jean-Francois Millet, the French nation's greatest gift to the world, has been struck down by a disease so unspeakable it can only be mentioned in whispers. He has left for the Barbary Coast.
Where is the Barbary Coast?
Hanged if I know.
So what did you put it in for?
Well, he had to go somewhere, hadn't he? Muggins, and there'll be people down here to buy today, you'll see. Wait a minute.
You can't face the public in trousers like those. You look like a lightning bug. I've got an idea. Bend over. I knew all those lessons would come in handy. We can't have you distracting attention from the rest of the exhibition.
Maybe a little grain here.
Don't forget the soinet.
There. That's first rate. We'll call it the Pants Jalouse. The Pants Jalouse? Can I come out of here, please? Chicago, are you there? Let me out.
The widow wants to come out.
Well, she can't. She has to stay in there and stay in character and paint.
Has he been out of there at all?
No, he's just pouting about his widow costume. But maybe it inspired him. He did some good work for us last night. Gentlemen, feast your eyes on this. It's called The Gleaners.
I think we can sell that.
Yes, I think so too.
Ah, the power of art. We got a backache just looking at it.
Does anybody want some Limburger cheese?
Take that filth away from me.
How can you stomach such corruption?
I've been eating Limburger cheese every day since I was born, and I will continue to eat it every day until I die.
Smells like it's been dead for weeks.
Well, the worst is yet to come.
Chicago, I'm coming out there and I have to break down this door myself. Quick, jump for the door, boys. Don't let anybody in. I can't stand it in there a moment longer. Get back in there, Mie. It's dangerous out here. Hang it, Chicago. Have some pity. I've just got to have some air. I'm telling you, you'll ruin everything. That bedroom is the worst place to paint pictures. It's stuffy and there isn't any light. Everything I turn out is a blur. Good. Turn out all the blurs you please. Turn out more blurs like this one. We can sell them. There's no room to move around in there. Especially in my inflated condition. What are you two staring at?
By Yemeni, she's a woman, a real woman.
Now I know what the Mona Lisa feels like.
Truth to tell me, lady, you put me in mind of the hills of Ireland.
Well, go pull some taffy or something. You make me nervous. This is better. This is much, much better. You're going to need some more practice in those duds. You're walking like a busted mare. Well, it's no wonder. These awkward clothes have got me cantilevered all out of creation. And drat these skirts. I can't even kick. How long have I got to keep painting pictures in there? 3 months ought to do the trick. Then we can announce your death. I'll never live to see it. Yes, you will. We are all going to live and be happy. You assassin. Mihei, this thing is bigger than we ever dreamed. I'm bigger than I ever dreamed. Do you know how much equipment I'm wearing under this thing? Enough steel to make a cannon. And more whalebone than the beach at Nantucket. Have you ever tried painting in a
thingamajig. It's tighter than Sunday. And I keep feeling like there's two of me in here. And I'm not used to company inside my clothes. And I'm a widow. Oughtn't I to be in black? That's the gloomiest thing I could rustle up on short notice. Cerulean? I'm not made for cerulean.
That's true. You ain't a cerulean personality.
I quite like the blue myself.
You prance around in it. Oh, Christmas. I've sold out. Don't get too excited. Those signs are only there to drive up your prices. Then, when prices are peaking, we'll kill you off and send the prices through the roof. Kill me off, you mean? And where does that leave me? Oh, who's got a cigar? None of that, my lady. I can't have a cigar. Who are you going to fool if somebody sees you puffing on a stogie? And don't just throw yourself onto a couch like a sack of laundry.
The ladies, they all do it like this when they sit. Let me show you. You got to shroff the thing underneath you. You shroff the thing.
No, Dutchie. It's more like this. You gotta put more curves in it. You see that curve there?
And you cannot fall. You got to sink. You have to shroff the thing and then you sink.
You gotta sink, but with a curve.
Shroom and sink on your own time. Oh, Lord. I feel so miserable. Who's got a handkerchief? Never mind. Save them for my funeral.
You mark my words, missus. A few months from now, we'll give you a funeral you can really enjoy.
Irish consolation. Thank you.
No, jump! Somebody's coming!
Give me an arm. Take your hands off me, sir. Win. Now, look sad, boys. Remember, we're in deep affliction. Entree.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
No. Excusez-moi.
No, monsieur. I beg your pardon, but excusez-moi.
I'll see your moi and raise you toi.
I am Claude Rivière, journalist from Le Figaro. And you are?
We are pupils of the great Jean-Francois Mier.
Could you give me a few details about this deplorable affair, this disaster, this tragedy, and this catastrophe? How it makes me smell my mortality.
That's probably the Limburger cheese.
Limburger cheese.
I suppose you'd heard of the artist before, Mr. Riviere?
What? Have I heard of me?
Yay.
My good sir, a correspondent of Le Figaro. I'm familiar with the name Jean-Jacques Millet.
Jean-Francois Mier.
Jean-Francois Millet. Why, I know him like the back of my glove.
Would you like a list of his works?
I should be infinitely grateful.
A portrait to run in your paper?
You are too kind.
An obituary? Sketch of his life?
I would be your slave, monsieur.
Oh, it is but a little thing. The tribute. of a breaking heart.
Oh, not Chicago. He always loaded.
Let's see. Grew up in born in 18 Mie has no survivors but a twin sister.
The widow to you, she will occupy his quarters here and attend to his affairs.
And this fatal malady, monsieur, is what?
Oh, it's worse than what? It's... Oh,
No, no!
Oui.
Oh, mon Dieu! I can feel my circulation rising. Thank you, monsieur!
Thank you, monsieur.
Mwah! Mwah!
Monsieur.
Monsieur! Mwah! Mwah!
But that is not necessary, sir.
Mwah!
Au revoir.
Do not fear, for Jean-Francois Millet, La Figaro, will figurize him!
Figaro.
What's all this noise about? You're on your way, BA, that's what. They'll be breaking down the doors any second.
You know, I got inspired to do a painting of my own last night.
Display it, O'Shaughnessy. Anything for some air.
I wonder what he'll bring out.
I hope it's better than the last one. Where did he just go? Down the hall?
Well, what do you think? Is it genius?
It must be modern genius. I can't make anything of it. Is it a dog?
You bet your life it's a dog.
If it is, it's no Christian dog.
I have never seen a dog like this. That dog is not right.
He's all out of drawing, O'Shaughnessy.
What? Is the dog too long, you think?
That is a mighty long dog. That is the longest. Why, I have never seen such a long dog.
He's more like a bench.
That dog want for shortening.
It's enough dog for 2 dogs. What kind of a dog is it anyway? Is it a real dog or only a design for a new kind of dog?
Boy, it's a dachshund.
He could never wag all that tail when it gets in the way when you want to turn around.
All dachshunds are made that way now.
Maybe you could take the tail and curve it around his body and tie it around its neck.
What is this? Ant criticism or dog criticism?
Both.
It's that English ass.
Good luck, boys. Hold on. Hold on. A little feminine charm never hurt a sail. Arrange your parts here and grieve. Or do you want to suffocate in there for the rest of your life?
We sell him now, ain't it, Chicago?
Dutchie, we'll take him to the gleaners. Put the prices way high, but don't close without getting my assent as the widow's agent. And save the Angelus. We'll keep that for the big money. $10,000.
Sold.
20,000.
Sold.
Entree.
Sold.
Sold?
Sold.
Dog. Terribly sorry to barge in. I've come back to buy my picture. You see, I brought the money. I believe it was 2,500 francs.
Picture. What picture is it you're referring to, sir?
The picture I bought yesterday. You remember? The boy, the girl, a little basket.
Oh, the Angelus. Oh, I remember now. The Angelus is sold.
Sold?
The agent will know. Excuse me, Mr. Agent. The Angelus is sold, ain't it?
Oh, you mean that affair this morning? The one with the agent of the Emperor of Bavaria?
Emperor of Bavaria, that's the one.
Merely an offer. 50,000 francs declined.
My word! 50,000 francs? Why, only yesterday it was going for a veritable song.
Well, today the song is in a higher key.
Because today, the greatest painter of modern times is threatened with a grisly death.
The prices go up by the grisliness.
But, my good sir, that picture is in effect mine. I would have taken it on the spot if only.
Only you didn't close, if you remember. Our painter wasn't dead enough for you.
Now, the artist's sister will be managing his affairs. Completely prostrate. And her orders are positive. I can sell 3 paintings and no more. Including this little masterpiece, The Gleaners.
I say, that's very pretty. What's the price of that?
30,000 francs.
30,000 francs.
Well, if it's only 30,000, I'll raise ya. 32,
35.
40,
45.
50.
Sold to this gentleman for 50,000 francs.
By the glory of England, I'll give you 55.
For the chastity of Ireland, I'll give you 60.
65.
74, 80.
Gentlemen, calm yourselves. Betting our brains out is no way to do business.
You know a better way?
Yes, we'll throw dice. The winner gets the picture for 80,000 francs.
Gaming, eh? Well, that's very sporting. And it seems fair.
After you, sir?
Chicago, what do we do if O'Shaughnessy wins? We give him the picture and kill him.
Aces! Ah, Halifax!
Aces, Amsterdam.
Again, sir, your toss.
Double 5s, to you, sir.
Double 6s! It's mine!
Well, you can go to hell.
Sold to England for 80,000 francs. Oh, Christmas.
Your picture, my dear.
Oh, but wait a moment. What's this? What's this? Don't tell me. Is this a millet?
No, yes. That's a dachshund. Is that a millet, you say? It's only the picture the maestro was painting when the fatal illness befell him. You can see where he befell. Right there.
In the tail.
And this dachshund is yours, my friend, for only 10,000 francs.
It says O'Shaughnessy here.
His middle name, John Francois Michael Thomas Mary Bridget O'Shaughnessy Millet.
And you've been keeping this all the while?
I like to save the best wine for last.
I'm on to you, sir. Sold by Jove for 5,000 francs.
10,000 francs.
10,000 francs. But what about this? Now I know a millet when I see one.
Ah, a charcoal drawing from his realist period.
Will you look at the detail on that?
He called it the chimney sweep.
10,000 francs. If you hurry.
I'll take it. Let's see, 80 plus 10 plus 10, I do believe that's 90.
Last I heard, it was still 100.
There you are. 100,000 francs.
That looks right. Madam, to you, does that look right? Count the zeros.
Certainly looks all right to me.
Looks like the last 900,000 I'd seen.
These two, I'll take. That one you can send. My friends, I bid you good day.
And a fine one to you, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen. Are you sure you don't want to take this one instead?
And you thought you could hide the doxing.
Visit again anytime. 100,000 francs.
Would that me blind Uncle Seamus could see me now?
After all these hardships, these privations, these miseries, 100,000 francs! You thieves and liars, you ought to be taken out and drowned. Every last one of you. Come to my arms, O noble scoundrel. All right, you're going to need to endorse this check. So, here, knock off a few sample signatures. What's my name? My given name? Suggest something, boys. Alice! No, I don't like it. Lily. That's what they call housemaids.
Antoine.
It's a man's name, you ass. Daisy.
Daisy, that's the ticket.
Daisy. I like it pretty well. Do I look a daisy?
You bet.
All right, Daisy it is. D-A-Y. Do you spell it with a Z?
No, nor the Y either. D-A-I-S-E-Y.
Try leaving out the E. Daisy T-U. Daisy T-U. Daisy T-U. Good. Now the check. Daisy T-U. That ought to do. Arise, O'Shaughnessy, and take this unto the bank and deposit this morsel. Oh, and find some cigars. I'm dying for a smoke.
All right, just give me the money.
Looks like I'm flat. Have you got a couple of sous, Dutchie?
Not a single centime.
Well, it's a good thing we're not starving. We've only got 100,000 francs to pay with.
Run along now, Ireland, and find some cigars.
Look out! The old ladies are coming down the road.
Stop them, Chicago. Put them off.
I can't. They'll get suspicious.
I can't be on exhibition to them. They'll see right off that I'm not a woman.
That's so, Chicago.
Oh, good luck, boys.
No! No!
I'm femininely ignorant. I could make fatal mistakes in talking.
Good. That's the idea. I'll tell them you're eccentric. Very eccentric. Maybe a little crazed by sorrow. The wilder you talk, the better it'll be.
Let me just fix my hair.
Never mind your hair. Enter, ladies, enter.
Mr. Buckner, Mr. Buckner, we do so want to meet the poor dear and be of some help if we can. How is the widow bearing up?
Physically, she's robust. Mentally, it's been a heavy blow. Her mind seems to be a little touched.
Not seriously, I hope.
No. It just makes her talk a little extraordinary, a little unusual. And it makes her a bit awkward in handling herself.
She is a most singular creature.
Why, there she is.
Hello. Hello.
Madam, to you, I have the pleasure to introduce you to some very dear friends of your brother's. Madame Bathilde.
Madame Bathilde.
Just a little more style. And Madame Caron.
Madame Caron.
Nobly done.
Madame Bathilde. Madame Caron. I am so grateful to you. I know that you were both so kind to dear Francois.
Madam, to you, we will leave you with these dear friends, but shall be back almost at once.
Dear Madame, our Francois should be gone so far from us.
And gone away to die.
Die.
To die.
Truly sick.
We do love your poor dear brother so.
How it goes to my heart to hear you say those sweet words.
Why, you have your poor brother's very voice.
I'll be damned. I mean, do I?
Yes, and his face, too. Why, you're almost the very image. Yours isn't quite so broad. But wonderfully like. And the hands, too, are almost exactly the same. His were a trifle smaller. Oh, and he had that pink scar. Yes, the pink scar just above his wrist, just right about here.
Oh, that's right. He did have a pink scar, didn't he? Doesn't he? Oh, some tea, ladies.
Thank you. You are so like your poor dear brother.
Oh, well, yes. We are twins. Are twins. We're twins. Well, we will have been twins for many years.
That accounts for it. Though you look considerably younger than he.
Oh, do I? Well, yes, I am the youngest.
The youngest of twins.
The difference is nothing to speak of. He was born on a Monday morning, and I think, yes, I was born the next Saturday night.
Goodness.
Of course, I don't remember it myself. I used to, but Now I don't. Sugar.
Yes, thank you.
Years and years ago, I got hit, you see. Right about here. It injured my memory. Sugar.
Yes, thank you.
Now, I can't remember being born at all. I only remember that I used to remember it.
How very extraordinary. Hit on the head.
Yes, by an Irishman.
The brute.
Oh, he didn't mean it. I was passing along the sidewalk and he fell off the roof. Just feel that bump. He bounced off of me like that. 2 somersaults and a half gainer.
A providential escape in the very hands of Providence.
Oh, plain. If I hadn't been there, the Irishman would have been killed.
The Irishman would have been killed?
He took the pledge and reformed after that.
Stop drinking?
Stopped falling. So I married him. He was my first husband. No, not the first. Another one, Pierre. Well, he was one of the husbands. One of the early ones, anyway.
Dearie, how old are you?
22.
You've had so much experience.
More than I ever wished for. Especially of late.
Have you had any children?
Oh, Slathers.
Slathers? She talks just a rabbit might.
7 in 2 years.
7?
7. Milk.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, I had some in the spring, some in the fall, others here and there, according to the weather. Quite a litter.
By another Irishman?
By a whole colony of them. Milk.
Poor thing, her mind is touched.
I think she's been touched all along.
Did all of your children live?
Alas, none of them. All my 9 darlings.
9, dear.
You said 7.
I speak of another vintage.
What a singular name for it.
Were they?
Boys and girls? Some of them, yes.
Some of them. Weren't they all?
Many thought so.
What did you think?
At this late date, I couldn't quite be certain. Still, I believe there was considerable variety. I should ask Mie. Except, he's gone away to die, hasn't he? Oh.
You and your brother, were you close?
Closer than a congressman and a barrel of pork.
But, dearly as we love each other, there is a coolness between us. He never got over it that I didn't name all my children after him. I did name 11 of them after him. Then I quit. I said it was no use. Francois has an unappeasable appetite that way. Oh, he's impossible. Impossible. I'll drown that Chicago.
Her mind is wandering again.
Wandering is practically abroad.
It isn't safe for her to be alone.
Safe to be alone with her.
Madame, to you, how would you like to sleep with us tonight?
How is our tete-a-tete, ladies?
Why, just too divine. The ladies were just asking if I'd like to sleep with them. Get out of this scrape and go hang yourself. The idea seems to disturb the widow. I wouldn't push it. As I told you, she's full of the strangest whims.
Here's some cigars you wanted, milady.
Oh, thank you, Phelan. Oh, cigar?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Excuse me, Madame, to you?
Oh, you must be poor dear Louis LaRue. Why, look at that. We rhyme, don't we? LaRue and to you, LaRue. How do you do, Monsieur LaRue?
My heart goes out to you for your brother, Madame.
Fear not, monsieur. He might still recover, but I doubt it.
Marie, my hot water bottle, please.
Is this the child? Is this Marie? Come to me, my sister in heartache. Oh, is that me or you? No, not water bottle.
Oh dear, Madame Thieu. I'm so sorry about Francois.
To your feet, mademoiselle. Rise and be strong. As we women must. And not another word until you kiss me. Mwah! Mwah! Lovely. And again. Mwah! Mwah! Lovely. And again. Mwah! Oh, I feel so much better already. And again. Mwah! Mwah! Oh, so much better.
So, this is Francois' sister? A curious-looking creature. Though, I can't say how, exactly. A pushing sort. I mean, look how she appropriates my sister!
One more kiss, dear. Mwah! And are you, dear Cecile? Come, kiss me too, Cecile. That's enough, Daisy. Remember your health.
Daisy, he calls her. Agamemnon certainly seems to be on familiar terms with this woman. Oh dear, Madame Thieu, you must help us, you must.
Dry your tears, child. Spout it all.
It's our father, you see.
I wasn't proud of it, Madame. I owe 15,000 francs to one Bastien Andre, a scoundrel who calls himself a picture dealer. He gave me until 6 o'clock today.
Well, I promise to help you any way I can.
Oh, I am so heartsick, I fear I will die.
Ooh.
The hot water bottle. Hot water bottle.
It's true, Madame Thieu. Papa's been in fever all day.
Now, don't any of you worry. Like I said, I will help you. As will dear Chicago, of course.
Agamemnon is blushing.
Chicago has helped me through so much in his inimitable fashion. Shucks.
So they know each other. Yet he's never mentioned her.
Come, kiss me now yourself, dear boy.
friendship.
It's more than he ever gave me!
Oh, Madame, if you could somehow beg Andre for mercy or persuade him to extend the time, but it's already after 5 o'clock and I fear that there is no hope.
There is always hope, sir.
Cecile, isn't she wonderful? I would I had her spirit. And her figure.
I would I had her neck.
Bucky,
Oh, so it's Bucky now!
take a pen and write me a letter to this Mr. Erastus Anderson.
Bastian Andre.
Bastien Andre, pig dealer.
Picture dealer.
Picture dealer. Say that I wish to see him on a small matter. Dictate and it is done, dear lady. Oh, what would I do without you? Aggie.
So it's Aggie now! I am going to find out the truth about these two and settle his hash.
Is Master Andre himself your widowship?
Admit him, please, Phelan.
Madame, good day.
And good day to you, sir. If you mean good.
Well, this must be the widow's sister. She's quite the nair. LaRue! Sorry. I have come to serve you personal notice that I would just allow you 22 minutes to produce the money you owe me. If not the money, then you're not there.
Wait, please. You are speaking of the woman that I have just met. You are disturbing my nerves. And your manner toward this valued old friend of my brother is uncourteous to him and an affront to me. One should not get so excited over a pecuniary trifle.
A trifle? Madame! When you come to know the amount.
Peace. I know all about this. 50,000 francs.
Oh, no. 15,000.
Is that all? 15,000 francs? So it's the custom for people in your line of business to go around in person collecting financial chicken feed? By George, he is an artist. Bucky, the checkbook, please. I'll give the man his filthy lucre just to be rid of his sniveling, sneering face. The pen, please. What's my name? Daisy. Here's the sample.
Jiminy, she got all the curves now.
And all the angles, too. She's more feminine than me cousin Dennis.
Daisy to you. Here are the 15,000. I believe my brother also owed you 2,500 francs. Here they are. I don't want a receipt. I want nothing that you have touched. I wish to say a word to you, then you may go. strong language. But I am a lady, and that privilege is denied me. From these friends, I know your history. You are a man without pity, a man whose lust for money has withered every kindly impulse you were born with. You found my brother and his poor artist friends struggling honestly and manfully for their bread against hunger, and you have hidden their talents from the world. You have beguiled them into debt. You have bought their pictures for francs and sold them for louis d'or. You have traded upon their poverty and robbed them in 100 mean and pitiful ways. And yonder sits the blameless old man whom your deceptions, your inhumanities, your pitiless brutalities have brought to the edge of ruin. I am a lady, and I know the limitations that are upon me. But this I will say, that from head to heel, from heart to marrow, from palate to midriff, you are a mean, cowardly, contemptible, base-begotten, damned scoundrel! You have what you want. Now leave!
Beautiful as a prayer, mine sound as nut.
Your words strike me to my heart, madame. But business remains business. Your brother signed our agreement and sealed it with 2 witnesses. It says that I may take 25 pictures at the cost of 100 francs apiece. So I will.
You refused those same pictures yesterday! I mean, so I hear.
Yesterday, those pictures were worthless. But today, with your brother dying, they are worth a great deal indeed.
Well, boys, thank you for hiking up my prices.
Nier was a world master, of course. I knew it from the moment I met him. When he signed our agreement, he thanked me for being his patron, longtime supporter, and even his friend.
The man is a moral abscess.
So thank you, but I demand my rights under the agreement. I refuse your check. I will have the pictures.
Monsieur Andre, you seem to have cornered me. Have I no alternative to simply handing over the equivalent of a small fortune?
Well, madame, there is a very simple alternative.
What is it?
Marry me!
Charlie, don't tell me it's more flowers, Charlie.
Yes, madame, they're from Monsieur Andre with a note.
Thank you, Charlie. That will be all.
Madame.
Peerless goddess. That's me, I guess. Peerless goddess. I shall come to you this afternoon for the answer I have craved for 3 months. Must I go to the law to get those pictures? Or will you meet me tomorrow at Notre Dame and make me the happiest man in Paris? The stars do not shine as brightly as the diamonds of your eyes. The gold of the Andes does not glitter as brightly as your hair. Your eternal servant, Bastien Andre. Well, he sure knows how to woo a lady. Truth to tell, Monsieur Andre's wooing begins to tire me a little. It's been a mine of satisfaction to the boys, and a body can't refuse them anything. Chicago even says I ought to marry him. Says it'd serve him right. Well, I draw the line at the altar. Still, Notre Dame is just up the street. And 10 yards of Belgian lace and a wedding dress never hurt a man. Suppose I promised to marry him on condition that... Daisy, don't even think about it. He'll be here any time, and I'm not even ready. Of course, I've got to get out of that contract or he'll seize those pictures. And we can't afford that. We can't have him getting rich out of us. And with all this moonshine and spooning, I haven't had a single minute to paint.
Excuse me, madame.
Yes, Charlie. Is it Monsieur Andre?
Oh, madame, it's Monsieur Leroux.
At this hour? All right, Charlie, send him in. A funny time for Louis to come calling. I wonder what he wants. Of course, I did make him and the family rich as Croesus, what with all those paintings. Now they have a house in Paris and a house in the country. Oh, I've got to remember to get more of these cigars.
Monsieur Leroux!
Dear Madame to you.
Hello, Louis. How are you?
Why, at the sight of Daisy to you, I am rejuvenated, I am invigorated.
Strong words for little old me.
No words are strong enough for a woman as beautiful and charming as you.
Lordy.
Would you grant an intimate chat to a lonely bachelor? A bachelor with something very, very important to ask of you.
Uh-oh. Lonely bachelor, you say? Surely you mean contented widower, sir.
Alas, that you and I may know the meaning of widowhood, while still so vital. Loneliness is something we have in common, fair lady. Something that binds us very, very tightly.
What's that?
Where?
Oh, flowers. For me? How sweet. Charlie, put them in water.
Yes, madame.
And bring my headache pills.
Yes, madame.
The big bottle.
Yes, madame.
Oh, and Charlie. Poke your head in from time to time.
Yes, madame.
Thank you, Charlie. That will be all.
May I express my sympathy on this, the saddest of all days?
I'm sorry, the saddest of all days?
Your brother's funeral.
Oh, yes! My brother's funeral! I knew I should have checked my book. I've just been so busy lately. Oh, poor Francois. Would that he were here today.
Francois was as a son to me, and now that he's gone, my poor Marie has no one to comfort her anymore.
Yes, we must do something to comfort poor Marie.
Francois had a genius for art, but you, Daisy, you have a genius for life.
Oh, well, I just make it all up as I go along.
He captured beauty, he created beauty, but you are beauty.
It's all a facade, you know. The right dress and a touch of powder.
Oh, Daisy.
Really, sir?
Daisy, Daisy!
Have I given you permission to be so familiar with my name?
Oh, Daisy, Daisy, Daisy!
Madame, to you.
You not only saved a man's property, you made young his old heart. Marry me!
Ooh, that is a very nice ring.
To you, the rule, it has a nice ring to it too. We rhyme, Daisy, remember we rhyme!
Oh, is that so important?
We're poetry, an epic, an ode. I ask nothing of you, merely your companionship.
Yes, that's what they all say.
Let me live in your light, I beg of you, marry me!
Well, if I married him, at least I wouldn't have to marry Monsieur Andre.
Is there someone else? Do I have a rival? I'll kill him!
Hello, Louis.
Sebastian Andre, I will kill him! I'll shoot the car in the street!
No, Louis, don't. It would be wrong. Wrong. Not very wrong, but still wrong.
Your headache pills, madame, and flowers from the Swedish ambassador.
Thank you, Charlie. Put them in water.
There's a gentleman outside.
Oh, is it Monsieur? You know who, hey?
No, he's from the police.
The police?
Daisy, I must have my answer!
Let the man in, Charlie.
Daisy, please have pity!
No, Louis.
The gentleman in question.
Move out to you. I am Inspector Gerard Nepal of the Perry Police.
Daisy, please!
Now, Louis.
Actually, it is I, Cecile LaRue, in disguise. I come here to discover the truth about this hussy and Agamemnon. And I find my father on his knees kissing her hand. Without you, I have some questions to ask you.
How dare you, sir! This lady and I were in the midst of a private conversation.
No. Thank you for coming, Inspector. Charlie, keep on poking.
Very good.
Without you, I must ask you. Your brother, Jean-Francois Millet, the painter, I understand that he took ill after he went to the Barbary Coast.
Yes, 3 months ago today, where he remained until his death last week. Or was it the week before?
My investigation showed no signs that your brother was ever in the Barbary Coast.
My brother?
Jean-Francois? Never in the Barbary Coast?
No,
Where is the Barbary Coast?
I do not know. But if he did not go to the Barbary Coast, where did he go? He seems to have disappeared.
He didn't disappear. His body lies in state in the Pantheon this very minute.
Does it really? The casket, madame, is closed. And who has all Jean-Francois Millet's money since he died? You do!
Well, of course I have it. I'm his sister.
Ah, so you say. I believe you also know a man named Agamemnon Buckner.
Dear Chicago? Ah, yes. You may say I owe everything to dear Mr. Buckner.
Tell me, what is your relationship to this, Monsieur Buckner? Is he your, lover?
My lover? Chicago?
Daisy, will you marry me or not?
All right. Yes, he is my lover.
I'm crushed!
Bastien Andre.
Put him in water, Charlie.
Very good.
You see how besieged I am today.
Daisy, I will not leave you until we settle this.
And I have many questions to ask you.
Very well. You'll both have to wait.
Fine, I'll wait in here.
Oh, no, not in there. That's my bedroom. You may wait in here.
I'm frisky, Daisy. Frisky!
Stop that! Oh. Here, read something sedative. Ponder your mortality. Consider your age. You may wait in here, Inspector. I'm so glad you came. You're such a handsome fellow. Have a Havana, toodaloo. So, I've got the police on my hands now.
Madame, to you, dearest Daisy, our deepest sympathies of the day.
Sympathies? Oh, yes! Francois' funeral! They really must remember that.
And we brought you dear Marie. Dear Marie.
Come, rest your head upon my shoulder.
Oh, Daisy.
It breaks my heart to see her suffer so. Bear up, dear heart. Francois is better off now than he was alive.
Do you really think so, Daisy?
I know it.
It's almost time for the burial, you know. And you're not wearing mourning, dear.
Damned if I'm not. I mean, no. Well, I've never had a funeral before.
Except for your husband and 11 children?
Amazing how soon one forgets.
We just saw your brother's casket. So awful.
I thought it was rather nice. I paid enough for it.
The casket was beautiful. You meant your brother's death.
Oh, Daisy!
Oh, Daisy! Oh, Daisy!
Ladies! I would like to speak with dear Marie if you wouldn't mind waiting. Why don't you keep Monsieur Leroux company in there?
If there's anything you need, anything at all.
You just let me know.
Daisy?
Thank you.
Monsieur Leroux. Dear Monsieur Leroux.
Come, kiss me for his sake.
better off than he is now, could he?
Not imaginable.
I love to have you kiss me, Daisy.
Do you, dear?
It's just the way Francois used to do it his own self.
Is it?
Exactly. And he hugged me the same too. Just exactly. Isn't that strange?
Well, I guess it must run in the blood.
You remind me of him in oh so many ways. You look like him, you act like him, you have his dear voice. You almost walk like him.
Do I?
Francois was more graceful. But in woman's clothing, I should think he wouldn't have been. I don't think he would have kicked his skirts around the way you do sometimes. But he might, because he was an impetuous creature. These 3 months is almost as if I was with him.
I'm so glad that I remind you of him.
I do wish you wouldn't smoke.
Oh, just a Havana every once in a while. In memory of him.
He used to forget himself and swear. You do that, Daisy, and it's very naughty. Promise me you won't.
I'll be hanged if I will. But I promise. For you.
And he wasn't as queer as you, Daisy. He wouldn't be dressed the way you are if it were his funeral.
Well, he certainly wouldn't. He'd be in a suit. I know. I made all wrong.
Of course, you've made all of dear Francois' friends rich. How sweet that was of you, and they all worship you as they did him.
It's no merit in me, dear child.
It's more merit in you than it would have been in him, 100 times over, for they were his friends, not yours. But you don't pour Monsieur Andre right.
Bastien Andre is a bad man.
And he tried to ruin your father.
He is bad, but there's good in everybody somewhere. He's just never had the right influences around him. And it hurts me to see him hopeful a week, and then miserable a week, and then hopeful again. You know it's cruel. And he loves you, Daisy.
You poor innocent. He's only after my money.
It's no such thing.
And how do you know that?
Because he told me so.
Well, that settles it.
Marry him, Daisy.
You really think I should?
It would uplift him and save him. Do it, Daisy. For my sake.
I won't wait a moment longer.
Please be patient.
I hear voices now. I don't wish to meet with anyone. It's too sad.
You may rest in my bedroom, darling. And do try to bear up.
Bastien Andre says he'll wait no longer.
All right, Charlie. Send him in. Oh, and this time, no poking.
Ah! Very good.
My precious.
My sweetest.
That hair, that face, those eyes, those lips. She's a smoker.
Naughty boy. I ought to scold you. But, dear Bastien, you have conquered me.
At last!
me. But
But what?
I like it.
You darling, I could just eat you.
Monsieur, do you love me? Really and truly?
Love you. Oh, Daisy.
Yes, I know you love me. But do you love me well enough to
Do what, darling?
make me forget you said those cruel words?
Cruel words.
That if I don't marry you tomorrow, you'll take me to court?
No! Darlene! I never meant that. It was a moment of despair. You forgive me, don't you, Daisy?
The moment you have made me forget it? Gladly. But as long as that nasty contract exists to remind me of that cruel hour.
This shall cease to exist the moment you promise to be mine. She's just inhuman. A touch of heroics will fetch her. Just say the word and it shall be peated.
Just one word,
This one is a little word.
and it's pieces.
Just say we.
Just we.
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 Come on, darling. Please promise me. We'll be so entirely happy together beyond our doubt or reason. Please. Promise me.
I do prove. I prove. I promise. I must gain time.
Madame, what seems to be the matter? Madame, what seems to be the Madame, what seems Madame, what's the matter?
Oh, think of the day. I'm wicked to forget it.
The day.
Francois' funeral, of course. Betroth myself today, with my brother still cooling off in the coffin. Impossible!
But Daisy, I must have my end there.
Run, dear. I hear someone in the house.
Do you think I care if someone finds me here?
You wouldn't want to compromise your future life.
Future life? You mean? Wait. Wait.
I mean, we'll see.
Very well. Then I shall hide in here.
No, not in there.
Then I shall hide in here.
Nope, not there either. You can go out the window, across the terrace, down the stairs, take a left at the corner, then a right. Keep going straight, then a left, a right, a left. You'll find a bench beneath the chestnut tree. Sit there, gaze at the river, and think of me.
I will. But wait! Bessie and Andre shall escape the window like a common thief.
Even common thief guards the honor of his future life.
I'm the happiest man alive!
I haven't promised. I've only weakened.
Weekend, madame. Weekend! I shall expect your full. Oui. By 6 o'clock tomorrow.
and trousers fast. I'm turning into Cleopatra.
Monsieur Chicago.
Thanks, Percival. Oh, and have my horses polished? They're looking a little dingy. Thank you, Charlie. That will be all. Princess, it's the grandest day. Everything is booming. Let me hug you.
Look at them! So Chicago is her lover, just as she said!
What's all the ruckus out there? That ruckus is you, old boy. Your casket being carried through the streets. The knobbiest funeral Paris has seen in 50 years. Bar Napoleon. What a spectacle. The whole Champs-Elysees is swathed in black from eaves to pavement and packed with people clear to the arch. Infantry, cavalry, artillery, the whole French army. Say, what are you doing in this jolly rig? Aren't you going to attend? No, I'm not. The idea of a man attending his own funeral? I've never heard of such a thing. All right, but you're going to miss some fun. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Chicago. A policeman is here to protect you from the swarms, to arrest me for murdering myself. We're gonna have to use the old pumpkin for that one.
Monsieur Duchy and Monsieur O'Shaughnessy are here. With the coffin.
Great! Send him in, Curly Q. Oy.
Thanks, Humphrey. Top of the morning, milady.
Would you like to pay yourself some final respects?
So, this is my coffin. Not too bad for a final sardine tin, huh? Roomy enough for two. Plus, you got all the modern conveniences. I wish I got in the blue.
Where shall we put it?
Oh, just anywhere. Over on the table. Give a hand, man. Give a hand.
You're heavier than you think.
Oh, what have you got in here? Bricks?
150 pounds of bricks.
And in an hour, these bricks go to their eternal resting place.
You know, they're burying you between the Louis XIV and the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I wish they'd stop tolling that Dom bell. Gives me the jim jams.
Faith and Magora, Francis. If you could hear the people talk, only 3 days dead, they're bigger than Raphael.
The Gleaners just went for 500,000 potatoes.
And O'Shaughnessy's dachshund for 600,000.
We could sell your old yellow pine easel for $5,000 easy.
Boys, listen. The King of France himself is going to the cemetery.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
And the Emperor of Russia. And the Sultan of Turkey. As for popes and archbishops and such, we're suffocated with them. You're the toast of the court.
Blah, 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 blah.
So she's dancing now? On the day of her mother's funeral?
Tomorrow, Daisy to you can get on a train and vanish forever. In a week,
you return with a mustache and set back up right here. We've got a whole new disguise for you. What's next? A milkmaid from Marseille, Placide Duval, a rich amateur painter and marvelously successful imitator of the late, lamented imitator of who? Of you, who else? Of Millet.
You can paint 1 million a year worth of painting like Millet.
Like Millet? I am Millet. Duval's already getting famous. You know that copy of the Angelus you made? Our English nabob just bought it for 20,000 francs. That wasn't the copy. That was the original. The other was the copy. Oh. Well, it was good enough for the money it brought. Oh, boys. You've killed me for good. Live another 50 years as a successful imitator of myself. Suffer the daily torture of that bastard fame. That bastard fame has netted you 3 million francs.
It's a rich life.
It's a poor excuse for a real one. You could even win Marie back as Duval. I want to win Marie back as myself. If I can remember who that is. Cheer up, my dear. The worst is yet to come. Oh, come on. Da 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 rascals. You would have to have an Irish wake. Leave me, gentlemen. I wish to speak with dear Marie.
Oh, Daisy, how could you act so?
You poor dear. It wasn't my natural self who was dancing. When I'm grieved, I get so emotional, you know.
Oh, then it was only womanly hysterics?
Womanly hysterics. That's it.
And the others, they were having womanly hysterics too?
Every blessed one of them. They're all so full of youth and high spirits, you know. You see how jumpy I am today? I'm a regular jack-in-the-box.
Well, Francois wouldn't be dancing and carrying on. He'd be weeping bitter tears.
Yes, Francois did have a gift for gloom. I lack that talent.
You can be so whimsical, Daisy, and at the oddest times.
Well, life hath made me whimsical.
Oh, Daisy, it must be so hard for you. Is that him?
Well, I certainly hope so. I don't keep coffins lying around in my parlor every day. Oh, forgive me. It's those whimsies again.
I can't believe it's Francois in there.
It's not. It's only mortal clay. Fire in the kiln of life, glazed by death, squared off and waiting for the mortar of eternity.
He was a brick, wasn't he?
He still is. More than ever.
Maybe one last look?
No. You don't want to do that.
You think I wouldn't recognize him?
No, he's changed. Changed.
And to think that this is his funeral and we shall never have him again.
But we shall have each other.
You darling sister, I worship the very ground you walk on, Daisy to you. Why do you laugh?
I always laugh when I'm touched.
Have you spoken with Monsieur Andre? May I send word you're going to marry him? Do let me, Daisy, please.
If you asked me for my head, I'd give it to you. I'd screw it off my neck and hand it to you in a box. Wait a moment. That's a capital idea. I think I see my way out of widowhood without the help of the ci Duval.
How I shall miss you.
I'm sorry.
If you marry,
Will you really?
I shall have no husband now. I don't know what will become of me.
How wonderful it would be if this were all a delusion, a dream. If it were only a fictitious Francois Millet in here.
Oh, what a sweet thought.
It is a pretty thought.
Let's imagine it. Go on, darling.
All right. Imagine Francois appearing before you, disguised somehow,
Oh, how lovely.
in some extravagant disguise, without any means by which to know him. His voice disguised too, so that even if he told you it was he, you mightn't believe him.
Why would he be disguised?
Oh, I don't know.
Perhaps, racked by debt and in deep despair, he decided to disappear for a while.
Oh, that's good. You were good at this.
Go on, sister.
And he would ask you to marry him.
Oh, I'd do it right away. But even disguised, I'd recognize him instantly.
Really? How?
Why, by the pink scar on his wrist, of course. But Daisy, I'm sorry you had that beautiful vision. I shan't get out of my mind now, and it will break my heart. Oh, he's gone. He's gone, and we shall never see him anymore. There's no hope left on earth. Oh, fate. Oh, cruel fate.
Marie?
Yes, Daisy?
Guess who?
How dare you? Oh, my love. Dear Daisy, So, you're not dead?
Not to my knowledge.
How in the world are we ever going to explain to the father
That I'm alive?
about the dress?
Never mind that. There's much to do, and I've got to get out of this disguise today. Marie, go tell Bastien Andre to slip into my rooms at 6 o'clock, unannounced.
You won't marry him?
Not unless they change the laws of France.
Whoa, sweetheart. One more kiss?
Take two. One for each of me. Bye.
Bye. But where is Monsieur Andre?
Go out the window, across the terrace, down the stairs, take a left at the corner, then a right, keep going straight, then a left, a right, a left. You'll find a bench beneath a chestnut tree. He'll be sitting there, gazing at the river, and thinking of me.
As he should be. Oh, you
Not
wonderful.
now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Francis, you better pack up and get out of town right now.
What happened?
Chicago will never blather us out of this one.
What is it? What's wrong?
You know who's outside? The King of France, the Emperor of Russia, and the Sultan of Turkey. And you know what they're here for? To view the remains.
Oh, Lordy. My remains?
I don't know who else is ain't in that box. When they see you're a lot of bricks, I think your prices are bound to fall. And your head along with it.
What do I do? Get in the box. No. 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 Francois, you have to. You got me in a dress. You won't get me in a box. And do I look like the remains of Jean-Francois Millet to you? Did I die and grow all this? All right. Turn them down, man. Say they can't come in. May I turn them down?
You can't now. Don't you invited them in?
Why? You unspeakable idiot!
It's okay, boys. Bring out the kings.
What are you talking about?
Chicago, we have nothing to worry about.
There they are. There's no stopping them now. It's a royal flush.
How's my hair? To hell with your hair!
The King of France. The Emperor von Russia. Unser Sultan. Unser Sultan von Turkey.
I am Daisy to you. Welcome to my humble home.
Our condolences, madame. You hear those bells, madame? That is the moon of a desolate world!
Excuse me, Your Majesty. If you don't mind me calling Your Majesty, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, Your Majesty. The widow's been moaning a bit herself lately.
No!
Maybe you could come another day when there's not a funeral on.
We have come to see the remains of the true Jennifer! And we will.
never liked to be stared at.
You know what the poor fella died of.
Remains don't keep the way they used to, especially for us commoners. This being the middle of August, all you'd see is the remains of the remains, if you know what I mean.
Your Majesty, if a poor woman, well, not so poor, if a woman could prevail on you to spare her feelings.
And it's getting pretty late now. Say, what time is it?
Oh, mine says 5:45.
Mine says almost 6.
One must be slow. It says 5:25.
We have come to see the corpus, and we are kings. We do what we will.
That's all right, Your Majesties. Step right up and see the corpus.
Step right up. What are you doing?
Let them look, Chicago. I put my lunch inside.
Your lunch?
2 pounds Limburger cheese.
Open the coffin!
It's a coffin.
What did he say?
He said we should have buried him last summer. You splendid thing, let me hug you. Me too.
I put my lunch in there just in case somebody get curious.
That's no slouch of a cabbage you carry on those shoulders, Dutchie.
Oh, Chicago, you always flatter somebody.
You shall be feasted like a prince.
Well, God say dang, we are all right, and we are safe, boys. We are safe.
Good entirely safe. I am Inspector Edouard Lepo of the Perry Police, and I have some questions for you gentlemen.
I thought you said Gerard Lefoe.
Gerard Edouard Lepo. Gentlemen, I believe this woman dated you to be a fraud.
Chicago. Andre will be here soon, and I'm gonna need privacy for that.
Let me tell you real No.
Yes, a fraud. I charge it. This woman is an impostor who has come here to capitalize on me death. Now what is this? If not a dead body.
Why would she murder him?
For his money.
He didn't have any money.
Not until he died.
If he had no money, why kill him?
To make sure he had the money. For when this world meets his great master, he lets him starve. But when he is dead, then comes the riches. And what can he do with the riches but be murdered for it?
That is the craziest idea I've ever heard.
And what was your role in this scheme, Monsieur Buckner? You, who are her lover?
Sir?
You, sir.
Her lover?
Why, she has admitted it herself. You certainly have been familiar with her in public.
Well, is it my fault if a woman is affectionate?
I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. It's a crime, Agamemnon. That's what it is. And I'm glad to see you cheerful in spite of circumstances as usual.
Holy Toledo, it's Cecile!
insinuations, for as it happens, I am in love with one Cecile Leroux.
You, sir?
I, sir, the finest, sweetest, dearest, most precious woman in all of Paris.
You mean she really is the finest, sweetest?
Dearest, most precious woman in all of Paris. No one, not even Daisy to you, could come between me and Cecile Leroux.
Oh, you wonderful darling.
What?
My God, Chicago.
Control yourself, monsieur. Even for a Frenchman, this is excessive.
We're a little pressed for time, Inspector. I'll tell you all about it in this room. Chicago? Charming. Keep him distracted. Oh, trust me. Did I tell you I stepped for the ministry, Inspector?
Did you really?
Charlie? Boys, I'm gonna need your help. Charlie, when I call for you, bring out that crate of old modeling equipment.
Yes, madame.
Well, what's the plan, Daisy?
I'll tell you in here. Come on.
Daisy! Daisy! Are you here, darling? By George, she's just rancid with money. If it wasn't for those pictures, I would have married her. Or anybody. I believe she gave me the promise today, but then again, you know Daisy. She's very, capricious. Somebody's coming.
Cheese.
No cheese.
Oh, I know you and Mr. Buckner don't want me to marry Monsieur Andre. Nobody wants me to marry him. People say that he's a two-faced scoundrel and a three-handed rapscallion.
I say he's a horned toad with the hat of an alligator.
And I say he's a miserable big dog spine!
Maybe he is all those things. Yes, he is an alligator. He is a pig dog fine. But I have loved Bastien Andre for, a month now. There's no resisting the man. He admires me so. And I can't help but tease the poor darling. Well, I've worried him long enough. I'm going to marry him.
No!
We.
She said we.
Charlie? He'll be here anytime. I must make myself supremely beautiful for him.
Those things you wanted, madame.
Oh, by the sofa, please. Thank you, Charlie. That will be all.
All right, marry the blackguard. It's your hair is all I'm saying.
It is my hair, and I paid enough for it.
Paid enough for her hair. That's a curious remark.
Hand me the other. No, not this one. The other one. The dye is more golden.
But I always thought it was natural.
Ooh, you can see where I cut the lock off of it. He begged me for it so hard, the sweetheart.
So I did.
I must buy myself a new complexion before the wedding.
A new complexion.
This is the worst one they ever sold me. It takes half a day to daub it on, and it still washes off in the rain. The other day, in that thunderstorm, I left behind a puddle like a house painter. Hand me my other teeth.
Other teeth, other teeth.
Other teeth?
These troublesome toppers. Every time I go to a ball, I get excited and cough them out.
God bless my soul.
Oh, those ones are more stylish. they take up more room in the mouth. Oh. Ow. Andre will like these. They'll give him more to kiss. Hand me a fresh glass eye.
Glass eye, glass eye.
A clean one this time.
Clean glass eye, clean glass eye.
It's completely odious. There's nothing solid about her.
Is there any particular oil you want, madame?
My Sunday one in blue. It's not every day a woman gets engaged.
Clean blue eye, clean blue eye.
This troublesome thing. It's stuck. Help me pop it out, won't you? Ooh. No, not that one. That one's always dropping out and rolling around the floor. Give me another eye. Help me squeeze it in. There. Snug as a plug. Full of expression, too. Andre will have to learn to do this for me. At night, I can wear the black patch.
Black patch. It's a nightmare.
Now, fetch me some legs.
Legs, legs.
Is any art ever genuine?
Those are both lefts. I need a right. Oh. Oh, the new American one. It's a daisy, too. Help me.
She's the ruins of ancient Rome.
The heel's in front. Turn it around. No, let's try another one. Bastian! Darling! There you are! I give you my promise. I say, we!
And I say, no! I would marry you if you're worth $1 billion. You're not a woman, you're a cake.
But Bastian, now that I've given you my word, you must marry me. I have 2 witnesses. Just as you do in that old contract.
Very well. Then I set you free.
No, Bastian. How could you? How could you, Bastian? No, Bastian, no. You must marry me. You must.
Well, I think Andre's disposed of.
He's not gonna stop running until he reaches water. How about a cigar?
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Thank you, Gaston.
Aha! So you've seen through my disguise, have you? It is I, Inspector Gaston Monet of the Berry Police.
What is going on out here?
Nobody move! Jean-Francois Millet.
Attends, Monsieur Andre.
You do, mademoiselle! Now, where is this so-called widow to you?
So-called widow?
I have been observing the going on here for the past 3 months, and I could tell you that something very suspicious is happening here. For example, just as I thought. 2 pounds of Limburger cheese and a load of bricks. Hardly what I would call the body of a great painter. And you, so-called Inspector Lafont. Just as I thought. Not Inspector Lafont! The real Inspector Lafont is in Bordeaux.
Monsieur! How dare you rip off the mustache of the woman I am going to marry?
You will marry her in prison, perhaps. Where are you? Monsieur Leroux will wed the so-called widow to you.
I won't be marrying any so-called widow anymore. I'll be marrying one of these wonderful women.
Maybe me, maybe me.
Only time will tell.
Congratulations on your approaching polygamy. A man of your age, you ought to be ashamed. Now, where is the body of Jean-Francois Millet?
What the devil is going on here?
Who are you, sir? You certainly have a devastating effect on the room.
I, sir, am Jean-Francois Millet.
You don't mean
Yes,
not the painter,
yes.
the greatest painter in the history of art!
Yes.
The cheese in that copper?
I can't speak for that. I'd have to see the cheese first.
But, monsieur, where have you been all this time?
The Barbary Coast.
Where is the Barbary Coast?
Just off the coast of Barbary. Racked by debt and deep in despair, I decided to disappear for a while. And I returned only to find my funeral in progress.
Well, it's no surprise. You have been dead for a week, according to your so-called sister.
Sister? What sister?
Daisy to you.
I have no sister, and I know no Daisy to you.
Aha! So not only was she an impostor, she didn't even exist.
It seems somebody has been playing a joke at my expense. At my great expense.
But, monsieur, have you any proof that you are Jean-Francois Millet?
Yes, I do. This pink scar.
Francois!
Marie.
Franz!
Dutchie.
Francis!
Philem. Millet. Hello, old man.
Francois!
How are you all, my friends?
Well, that settles it. Monsieur Millet, I would call off my funeral if I were you. In the meanwhile, I will be searching for the notorious, mysterious criminal Daisy to you.
To arrest her?
No, monsieur. To marry her!
suspect there's another wedding in the offing?
Besides ours.
Besides ours.
What are you looking at us for? Well, Francis, now that you've been declared a genius, is it back to obscurity with you?
Are you gonna go back into hiding from all the people who thought you were dead?
You can't exactly tell 40 million Frenchmen you made a small mistake. France would rather die 100,000 deaths before admitting they were wrong about something. Today, I am immortal. Tomorrow, a celebrity. Duchy, I believe you owe me 34 million pounds.
Oh, Chicago. Shake.
To our mysterious benefactor, the mother of us all, the widow to you.
The widow to you!